Good morning, guys. Good morning. It's Mazi again, and I'm here to share my daily outlook with you guys. All right, let's start from gold, which is my favorite pair. So yeah, gold is moving as expected. Yesterday, I was expecting gold to, reclaim this low and come back here into this zone, and gold actually did yesterday. It was a very clean tap and run, and gold has given us this already. A sweep of this low, confirming this low, a very strong low. Yeah, and the price has made this move with the help of FOMC. Now it's back, and I'm expecting it to come to this point. Secondly, also on the daily zone is here. This zone here, this is the daily zone, and the same sweep happened also. You can see, so that's a strong confirmation that gold is coming up. So I'm expecting gold to get to this point, at least reach this point, maybe this point, but this one is most achievable. So gold is going up. I'm going to hold this trade. I'm not getting out. Then for silver yesterday, silver already played out. The high that silver created is already raided already. But well, let's move forward. Let's talk about current market. All right, the next pair I'm currently trading right now is BTC. I'm on this trade. I'm trading this. I'm on this trade live. This is the most achievable point here. Let me delete this. This is the most achievable point. Most achievable where BTC has to maybe read this point and reverse. Here. This is where BTC will most likely read and reverse. Or might come all the way to this point. But if it comes to this point, I'll be happy because that will give me a 1 to 3. Here will just give me like 1 to 2. So once this trade moves to this point, which is the most achievable point, then I just lock in my profits and see if it's going to be generous enough to deliver to this point or extend it to this point. This is the highest point it has to come. That is if he really wants to fulfill this range, because this range here is from this low to this high, this low to this high. And yeah, if he sweeps this point here, if he closes with the body above here, then I am not sure that this particular point is achievable because it has caused a breakout. But for now, it has not caused any breakout. But did he do any form of liquidity sweep? He did, yeah. There's a liquidity sweep, which is a strong indication that price will most likely go up. And not just that, he did a pullback after the liquidity sweep. A pullback then caused this fair value gap. Strong indication also. Now it has come back into that zone, taking this low as inducement, and not just that, sweeping liquidity here, and we're having this move. So we see maybe price has to come to this up, but let's just be hopeful, see what price has to do. Then this trade also on GJ. I'm on this trade on GJ. Now, what are the confluence of this trade? It's quite simple. After breaking down price to this point, we can see how price reacted nicely and left an inducement here. Same thing I trade. See, price took liquidity of this point, moved, dropped an inducement, a pullback. Like I say, what is a pullback? Pullback is like a fuel that fuels the market, just like when you're driving a bus or when you see a taxi. Taxi moves from one popular bus stop to another popular bus stop because the taxi knows that once it gets to that bus stop and drops passengers, it's most likely going to pick more passengers, meaning there's liquidity at those bus stops. That is how this market is. Market moves from liquidity to liquidity. Move liquidity from this point, deliver it to the next liquidity point, come back to that point, pick more liquidity, drop, pick more liquidity from this point, drop. So that's how market moves. And how do you know that, okay, market is most likely going to move from this particular junction or this particular bus stop? It has to drop a liquidity there. If there's no liquidity, you're not supposed to be on that trade. Now, what is a liquidity? Liquidity is the low, the closest low to that particular zone. Call it any zone, any zone of your choice. What are resistant, I don't care. But the bottom line is the last low before that low, or the last high before that high, that zone you want to trade. If there is none, then there's no liquidity, meaning you're going to be the liquidity. That zone you're taking will be the liquidity for markets to move. So with what I just said, based on what I just said, you can see after price took the liquidity of this zone, price moved, came back, dropped this low for us, and moved. Now it has caused a breakout here. Here it now becomes our inducement. You can see how price raided it. Price raided it nicely. Coming into this zone. Wow. Man, this is not a good trade. I just noticed something now. This is not a good trade. I'm going to close my position now. GU is not selling yet. This is not a good trade because this reversal did not happen at the candle that made the sweep. The candle responsible for that sweep is this red candle here. And this young man did not tap it. So for failure to make this tap, meaning here is another liquidity. This trade will fail. Nice. Okay. This is why it's good to double check. This is why it's very, very good to double check. It's very, 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 very good to double check. This trade will fail. Anyways, let's move forward. Look for other promising trade. So this is GJ. So this is a trade I took on GJ, and knowing how GU and GJ works together, this GJ trade will fail also. So let me close it out also. Regardless of the fact that it left an inducement, which is here, very beautiful and lovely inducement, but it will most likely fail because this whole move originated from this point here. Then we had this whole move, this whole pullback and all this drama, leaving the inducement here. This is where the inducement is supposed to actually be, not here. I chose the wrong zone as inducement. So I choose the wrong zone as inducement. Let me close out this trade first. Then I continue this video. Close out. Okay, at least I've already closed out half of what I'm supposed to be losing. This is like half of my loss already. Okay. Let me tell my community to close out. Okay, so let's get back to business. So let me delete it and do the analysis I'm supposed to do. Okay. This is actually how it's meant to be. Price dropped this low and dropped this. Caused the breakout here. This is where we had our breakout. So where should be the inducement? Yes, we can mark this as an inducement zone. But there's this guy here resting here, which is this high I chose. This is a liquidity on taking. So once this liquidity is swept, this is now when we can take a trade. So I can say a sell. A sell here is more promising for a sell. This point is more promising. It's more promising for a sell. Okay. Yeah. Here is more promising for a sell. Then where should be the exit? Exit will just be at this low here. This point here. Here will be the exit. It's going to be giving 1 to 8R. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next price. This guy here. Left an inducement, and we'll have this. Nah, I'm not interested in taking this trade. Let's check if we can see more trades. I don't want to keep this video long. I don't want to make this video long. Okay, this is still making a long stretch, but price will have to dip down all the way to this zone. I already analyzed this since from yesterday. And yeah, this guy here, I don't know what your plan is. It's supposed to drop lower. This guy is supposed to drop and not play inside this inducement leg. I don't know what the plan is, but I'm still expecting it to pull. That's AUD GPY. I'm expecting it to pull back into this zone here. Then we'll make this move to the upside. That's my expectation for AUD JPY. Pretty simple. A sweep of a low. Price moved all the way to this point. And if I move my Fibonacci from this low, which is our dealing range, to this high, you can see the 50% zone. This inducement is below the 50% zone, so it makes it a valid inducement. I can see how price is reacting to it nicely, which is a signal to people who are already afraid that they've missed this opportunity. Do you understand? This is a signal to them, and they are all in this buy thinking, oh, price is no longer going to drop lower, price will move from here. And that's why they call it inducement, inducing people to trade. So people are currently trading this zone, but this is a very risky zone because this zone has to be taken for liquidity. This zone has to be taken for liquidity, and price will do what? After doing this, one candle or two candles will just step down into this point. They will have this move. This is how this trade will most likely end up, or else price has to come all the way to this rejection block here. Rejection block. Oh, sorry. Yeah, rejection block here before moving to the upside. Tap here. Let me extend this. Tap here and move to the upside, which will be a beautiful trade. That is if it refuses to move back from this point. So if it stretches all the way to this point, I might be tempted to take another trade, but it's risky because if that trade fails, then I'm going to be seriously burnt. All right, same thing here, same thing around this zone. Okay, this is the candle that made that sweep. Clear. It was tapped. It was clearly tapped. Clearly tapped. The tap is clear. Very, very clear and obvious. And price also had to take this low again as liquidity. Take this low as liquidity. See? Made a move to the upside. 50%. You can see the Fibonacci. Inducement is here right at the spot. 50% of the range. So price has come back here. Tapped into this zone. Into this 4-hour zone that created this low here. That made this low very visible. Price has tapped into it. A very beautiful tap. Did it tap the first time when it came to that zone? Let's verify if it did. Oh wow. See? Did not tap. So now it has made the tap. So after making this tap now, what is our expectation for price to move all the way to this high? Or except price wants to react from this what's it called? Rejection block here. Let me mark out the rejection block. Did it tap the rejection? Oh, that's already made the tap here. Oh, let's see. Except price wants to tap that rejection block. Okay. Just except price wants to tap that rejection block here. Except price wants to tap this rejection block. So actually, this stop loss should have not been here. The zone I would have picked would have been this zone here. I would have picked this zone lower here. This would have been what I would have picked. And this would have been my entry, actually. This would have been my right entry and stop loss around here. This is the best way I would have taken this trade. But I guess it's normal. We make mistakes. So nobody's above mistake. So I'll consider this as a mistake. But has price tapped into our order block? Yes, price has tapped into our order block, which I've already opened the trade. I am not going to close this trade. My stop loss is just below here, right? But should in case this place should be taken, so that means one candle has to come down to rebalance this point here. by doing this, dropping one candle, tapping into this rejection candle zone, and we now have this move. This is how it's going to be. All right, guys, let me end it here. I don't want to extend the video. Let me end it here. So this is what I'll be looking forward to trade for today. This is what I'll be looking forward to trade for today. So I'll see you guys on my next video. And don't forget, this video is proudly sponsored by Hola Prime, one of the best prop firms out there. And Hola Prime is promising a no payout denial, because why? They are trying to maintain a record which they have with Deloitte. Deloitte is auditing every single thing that they are doing. So because of that, everything they do goes through Deloitte, so they can maintain that record of no payout denial and the fastest payout in the industry. And all these things are verifiable. You can go online and check it. Not just that, Hola Prime has one of the most flexible rules out there. So as a trader, I think the best firm you should be trading with is Hola Prime. And they also have a broker, Hola Prime Market. You can, leverage on that. They are fully supported in Nigeria. And they are in over 175 countries, including US, Canada, and other countries where other firms cannot function. For those who are in places like US, Canada, who cannot trade CFD, Hola Prime got you covered. Hola Prime has futures also, so you can leverage on that. Hit the link on my bio to gain access to Hola Prime prop firm, Hola Prime broker, and my other social media handle. Use the code on your screen to purchase an account and enjoy an amazing discount. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you on my next video. Bye, guys.